What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time we finished up all the 4 SPGs we had to do, and now we are inside of the Zecht Arms facility doing some research because they've obviously got to be hiding something with how they decided to buy up an old Almata facility so readily. So we're going to see what we can find out in here. Oh my god, Wi-Fi routers. What are they actually called? Dope Seeker. Alright, dope. EX chain is such a nice thing for them to add. This facility does feel somewhat similar to the one in the underground in Tharbad. It is funny because I keep obviously going back between this game and the sequel to this game, like playing it. Or I guess not this game, but like, you know, even with Daybreak 1. Because like I mentioned before, between this game and the next game, they completely overhauled like 90% of the main cast's like crafts and S-crafts. So it's funny to come back to this and see how much has changed. I don't know. I gotta figure out, okay, so this is a dead end right now, so we have to go this way. I think the major thing that they changed between this game and the next one is they really work on the camera work. Like obviously with this one, like Magma Slash, for example. They do a lot of work on they do like this big zoom in on Van as he's doing the slash, and it's really amazing how much camera work can, you know, increase the quality of how these attacks look. Because unlike an action game, which obviously, you know, pseudo action with the field combat, but unlike an action game, what really makes you know, visually, turn-based RPGs work is how good the abilities look in battle. Oh, I think I walked too far. Yeah, well. Oh, another one of those, okay. I can at least get the second one. The way I'm probably going to handle it with this game, because I think I'll be able to cheese doing Nightmare mode a little easier than the first Daybreak. Because since you have the Martian Guardian, you kind of have a place to infinitely farm experience. So what I'm probably going to do is after the first playthrough, it'll probably take me 2 playthroughs to hit max level, which I believe in this game is 150. So I'll do that, and then probably once I have everyone at 150 is when I'll do my 3rd playthrough and do it on Nightmare mode. I think my second playthrough is solely just going to be for doing all the other kind of side stuff, you know. Getting all the monsters logged, doing all the fishing, seeing all the movies, like anything I miss on the first playthrough, that's what my second playthrough is going to be for. And then, like I said, the third playthrough will just be the Nightmare Run, which will be even easier than what I did with Daybreak 1, because Daybreak 1 I had everyone level 90. So, all the way through, like, Chapter 4, everything was easy. It was only from Chapter 5 onward that I started to have a bit of difficulty. And really, the only actual, like, actually hard fight is when you fight the demon inside Van at the end, before you get Van back, because obviously Van is your main tank and damage dealer. Like, obviously, you can build your characters to be stronger, but he's obviously the best character in the game. You know, with or without Grendel. Alright, let's take a look. What's going on? Which way do you go? Okay, so I can just go around this way. I assume this is the goal up here? Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I did go through... Oh, here we go. Speaking of trophies, I did go and look at all the trophies, and it's pretty much what I thought. Most of the trophies are the same as Daybreak 1, besides some of the additions, like I mentioned, like the fishing and stuff like that, Martian Garden stuff. So those are really the only, like, big differences. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, soldiers. I do need to keep in mind the trophies, though, as I'm going. So, like, obviously one of them that I had to put a lot of work in on the next playthrough was getting surprise attacks on these characters when you're in the field. So, let's actually take a look. Where's the battle ones? Okay, here we go. SCLM chains activated, supports. S boost moves. S crafts. 50 hit chain. Triple tactical bonus, so 3.0. Ambushes, so yeah, this is one of them. So preemptive shard attacks is when you know, obviously catch the enemy off guard. This is one I had to do a lot in my second Daybreak playthrough to get done. Kill 6 enemies at once during a command battle, so you just have to find a lot of enemies just kind of standing around. All quick art. Yeah, and then you got these MVP ones that aren't completely necessary. And I assume they don't show the rest of the characters until you've unlocked them, but yeah. Yes, that gets rid of our path over there. Okay. Ooh, break 2. I don't have anything I can put there. Thought Nadia I could, but I don't really need it. Break 1, let's just replace that with break 2. Pretty sure we fought most of these things already. I think we're actually almost there. I don't think this first dungeon is very long. Could be like this room of enemies. Is there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just 5. I was gonna get that sextuple kill, but. Actually, you know what? Why don't I remove this? Just put that up here. It makes 0 sense why that's down there. And then, guess I'll put evade 1 here. Yep, here we are. Took us only 10 minutes to run through here, roughly. So this is the main terminal. Looks awfully extensive. Even more so than I expected. It might just rival the one we have in the Institute. They need an incredibly talented engineer on staff to gain use out of it, though. Clock's ticking. Ready to do your thing, Quattro? I'll get right on it. Fio, Zeros, back me up. Understood. Rough. I'm in. Wait, what's this? Looks like a list of custom-made armaments not found in their official lineup. There's some recent orders on here for a certain mafia boss and from a needle gun. For a needle gun and mechanized gauntlets. Jeez, I wonder who that was for. I think we can guess who those went to. Yep. The specs weren't just about raising lethality either. These things were developed to be as excruciating for the victim as possible. The results were of exceptional interest and elevated our company's weapons engineering to new heights. That's despicable. So what if Almada is the one that asked for it? They definitely crossed a line. Criminal activity is one thing, but this is on another level entirely. And here's a report from the unit that participated in the death game in Arashian. I knew there had to be more to it. Turns out their true aim was to test data on the nuclear weapon. This place was purchased about 2 months ago, so after the Almada incident, obviously. They must have been hoping for more information on that front. After closing the deal, we inspected every nook and cranny of the exterior and scrutinized each speck of dust. What a filthy pack of hyenas. I'll tell you one thing. These guys wouldn't think twice about abducting a kid in broad daylight. Any intel on that front, Quattro? Give me a moment to check. I got a hit. Hold on, this is...
とんだ泥棒猫じゃないの。これはいいサンプルになりそうね。確かグリムキャッツだったかしら。使徒の解決やどもといる理由は知らないけど、そのハレンチな衣装品向いて明日の朝刊に載せてあげましょうか。
そうそう、なんなのあいつ。
どうやらここの責任者みてえだが。
Chief Developer Rosalie。
ゼクトアームズ社開発主任のロザリーよ。会うのは初めてね。クソ解決屋の皆さん。何度かうちの仕込みを邪魔してくれたようだけど、こうして訪ねてきてくれて嬉しいわ。
そいつはどうもなかなか楽しい会社見学だったぜ。
数々の違法行為、倫理的問題点についてはしっかり記録させていただきました。
報いはきっちり受けさせてあげる。覚悟しなさい。
どうやらうちのルールを叩き込んでやる必要がありそうね。ゼクトアームズ社則第4項、ロザリー様の研究に身も心も魂も捧げるべし。とりあえず実験台よろしくね。今度売り出す新型兵器なの。
ってどんだけパワハラなのよ。
Just to kind of describe, she is as annoying, if not more, than Gilbert. Kind of a similar type of character.
お前も突っ込んでんじゃねえ。ひとまずここをしのぐぞ。
こんな人たちに負けられない。行くよ、フィオ、ゼロス。
Well, here we go. And of course, she doesn't fight us herself.
社名により排除する。
そこまでだ。
Can I boost everybody from here? Okay, good. Everyone's in the circle.
ガンガン行くぞ。
ラプラスコード起動。ジュディスさん、せいや、おまけだよ。
は
くらえ。
No counter from Van.
こちらの番だ。
Sure, Heavenly Halter.
逃がすかよ。
Heavenly Halter is one of my favorite upgraded moves in the next game, how it looks visually.
負けないよ。
But we'll save that for when we're playing it.
おまけだ。
I still do believe, like, because obviously this is a very, like, packed year in terms of Trails releases. Like, we're already guaranteed to be getting 3 Trails releases. Obviously this one, Trails versus, or Trails in the Sky versus East got announced, is getting a Western release. As well as Trails in the Sky Remake, Part 1, is also coming out. So, if we get a 4th one, that would actually just be kind of crazy. Obviously, not everything is being done by the same company. Not everything is being handled by NIS. But it still would be 4 releases, so we'll see. I do think at the very least, Kaino Kiseki, the sequel to this game, whatever it's going to be called in English, will at least get announced this year, if it doesn't come out this year. Although for reasons I won't get into, because spoilers, I do think that they'll want to try and get it out before the next game gets announced on the Japanese side. Still got these shields, so I'm not going to worry about healing yet.
出番だ、ジュリス。援護するぜ。
逃がさないわ。
チャンスだ。
決めた。
呪いぜ。くらいな。
チャンスだ。
計算ではこちらが圧倒的に優位なはず。戦力評価のミス？いえ、このクズどもが私の武器を使いこなせていれば。
人を人とも思わないあなたに負けるつもりはないだけさ。
Hey, that's a good line.
そういうことだ。あんたに人を使う資格はねえよ。
さあ観念なさい。
なんておめでたい連中ね。二重の備えくらいあるっつーの。
何？
開発中の毒ガス。解毒剤が一人分しかないのが残念だけど、なんとこのボタン一つで地下フロアに充満しちゃうのよね。じゃあね、クソったれな皆さん、地獄の苦しみにのたうち回ってちょうだいな。
なんとかフィオに。
私の加速で。途中のラボにあった危険物なら全て処分させてもらったぜ。
面倒なので燃やすか凍結させただけですけどね。
Oh, look who it is.
化け物。
歯ごたえなさすぎですね。ま、三下なんてこんなものですか。
まさか噂の教会の？
おいおい、聖杯の二人じゃねえか。なんでこんなところに嫌がるんだ。
聖杯騎士団だっけ？去年もアルマータ絡みで共和国に来てたけど。
お久しぶりですね、解決屋の皆さん。どこぞの獣じみたそっくりさんのせいで手配寸前だったというバンさんも。
Oh, lovely.
知ってやがったか。それが目当てとも思えねえが。
ビビってんじゃねえぞ、弟弟子。だがまあ、私らがここに来たのはただの野暮用だ。アルマータの遺産についてちょいと聞かせてもらおうじゃねえか。ああ、そういうこと。
どうやら僕らと同じみたいだね。
まさかあの聖杯騎士団まで嗅ぎつけてくるなんて。かの結社の執行者と互角以上に張り合える精魂使い、正真正銘の化け物ども。捉えられれば最高のサンプルだけど、さすがに戦力が。仕方ないわね。こうなった以上私も手段を選びません。皆さん覚悟なさってくださいな。
ああ、
ほう、まだ諦めていないと。
隠し通路？逃げられちゃったね。
どこまでもせこい野郎だぜ。おい、出てこいやこら。
Oh boy.
これはこじ開けようにもそれなりに頑丈そうな扉ですね。
その通りよ。これはかの結社が開発した超合金製。あなたたちでも突破するにはしばらくかかるでしょう。その間に警備システムを再起動してありったけの兵器を投入すれば。
ま、責任者は取り逃したけど、さばき用はいくらでもあるしね。
一応欲しい情報はコピーしたし、帰る前に後片付けをしておこうか。
ああ、そうだな。このままってわけにはいかねえだろう。
なんだなんだ、私らも混ぜろや。
ほう、確かにひどいデータばかりですね。境界法に照らし合わせても非人道的かと。
ちょっとあなたたち、私のメインサーバーで一体何を。あのね、その研究データは我が社の要とも言うべきとっても大切な。 見るのはいいけど大事に扱ってほしいっていうか。
ああ、これネット経由で本社サーバーにバックアップが取られてるみたいだね。やるならそちらも消さないと。
そういやキティエンジンの裏モードお前も使えるんだったか。
うん、リゼットさんにもいろいろ教わったしね。年末の一件でレンさんやエレネートもちょっと。本社サーバーとなると厳重だろうけど、あの時のハッキングツールを使えば。フィオ、自立型ハッキングモードを起動。
オーケーカトラ。なんとかなりそうね。へえ、大したもんじゃねえか。でもってやるからには徹底的にってか。
ま、当のご本人も雲隠れしてしまいましたし、仕方ありませんね。
今まで本当に大変だったのよ。あちこちの研究データを盗んだり裏社会の連中を使って実験したり。嘘よね。大体そんな簡単に。
第一防壁突破、第二防壁のハッキングを開始、プロテクト解析 3%、6%、10%。
ここの端末のマシンパワーも使おうか。キティエンジン展開、一気に行くよ。
この6年間私がどれだけ苦労して。やめて、やめなさいよ。
Zecht Arms headquarters experienced a major server crash that day, losing a considerable amount of data in the process. A packet of evidence attesting their illegal activities was then delivered to both the police and the Bracer Guild. Although Rosalie, their chief developer, managed to escape, the company itself had been dealt a critical blow. Your company's dirty little secrets are all mine now. Oh wow, we're jumping ahead a day already. The following morning, the police got a car from Grimbad 2. Now let us investigate the premises. I'm sorry, but all the doors of the building are locked. None of the staff have shown up either, so I'm afraid my hands are tied. Sneaky bastards. Fine, I'll just get a warrant and force my way in. Attaboy, Nate. Well, we finally got the intel we needed to make some headway. Sure you don't mind throwing your lot in with us again? Yeah, it's cool. You guys beat us to the punch anyway. Didn't realize your crew was gunning after the Legacy too, though. Not so much that we want it for ourselves, we're more keen on what it actually is. Right now, it feels like it could be anything. A stash of Mira, drugs, heavy weapons. Frankly, nothing is off the table. That's all the more reason to verify what we're dealing with. Seems we share a general understanding, then. Our goal, in essence, is to assess the situation, determine whether this legacy is an artifact, and, in that case, recover it. As long as the goal remains unimpeded, whatever you do is of no import to us. No reason we can't join forces then, at least until we actually find the thing. Artifacts mean jack to us anyway, so yeah, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Now that we've settled that, let's cut to the chase. I've been sifting through the files on the Zecht Arms server, and so far this is the best lead I've got. Robin Glasgow. Must be a report on Lucas Pops. Right, evidently they were investigating him in great detail. As for why, well, you'll see for yourself. Robin Glasgow, 43, male. Born to and raised by an impoverished family in Mesodom, Robin spent his teenage years doing lackey work before eventually becoming an errand boy to a prolific drug dealer. In 1182, he joined up with Almada, a newly formed mafia organization where he would then be placed in charge of procurement and logistics. Evidence points to Armada's executives maintaining direct contact with Robin after establishing their base of operations. Despite his low rank, Robin avoided the purge that followed the unseating of Armada's original leader by Gerard Dantes. It is believed that he earned a place of trust as a long-standing veteran within the organization. Robin's family remains unaware of his true occupation. Even his wife is fully convinced he works as a day laborer. With almost the entirety of Armada's membership exposed, he is presently considered the last of their members still at large. I didn't realize we were dealing with someone so close to the Mafia's core. That explains why Zecht Arms is on the hunt for him. He's one of Armada's last dangling threads, and their supply specialist on top of that. If anyone's got dirt on the legacy, it's this guy. And the quickest way to get to him is to smoke him out and grill him. Zecht Arms had that same thought, I imagine. There's also another report in here that caught my eye. Our comprehensive analysis led us to something known as the Crimson Fragment, a component that Armada referred to as the final key. From what we can gather, this Crimson Fragment is part of Armada's legacy, and there is a strong possibility that Robin Glasgow is currently in possession of it. Its moniker suggests that it may be an artifact, but Chief Developer Rosalie seems to have other ideas. The Crimson Fragment, and they call it the final key. If it weren't for that report, I think it was made up. Oh yeah, this thing's a real deal, and with a name like that, it's got artifact written all over it. The likelihood is high, to be sure. But suppose their hypothesis holds water and this Robin Glasgow truly did make off with it. What are the odds of him sticking around to mess with them? It's certainly plausible he fled for good, but at the same time he has roots here, and concealment seems to be a forte of his. Don't forget Zecht Arms either. They've been skulking in and around town, probing every place they can think of. Maybe he couldn't bear to leave his family behind? That'd line up with Luca's story, but something about this is nagging at me. Long story short, our next step is to track this man down. It'll be tricky, though, with how long he's dodged the guild and the police. True as that may be, Zecht Arms did keep tabs on the spots that they knew he frequented. There must be a safe house or hidden passage somewhere around one of them. They wouldn't have been combing their way through the city otherwise. Nice find, Quattro. That'll save us some effort. Park Heights, Muslim Chapel, Stowe & Co. Lack of public baths, Exeter Cinema. This is just everywhere. Sheesh, make it longer, why don't they? They sure didn't narrow it down. Ticking these off one by one is going to take forever and a half. Nothing for it. We're obligated to lend our aid. Oh, but you needn't strain yourself, Celis. Clairvoyance isn't your strong suit, after all. Hey, I can do it no problem when the chips are down. Still, you do have more practice than me, so fine. I'll let you field that part. Talking about that power you pulled during last year's incident, right? Are you sure that'll come in handy here? Well, strictly speaking, its intended use is detecting spiritual presences. However, it should prove sufficient for identifying hidden rooms or passageways. That's one nifty little trick. It sounds similar to a shard search, only on a much broader scale. We can make use of Theo and Zeros' scanners too. Let's split up and see what we uncover. Since Leon's clairvoyance can cover more ground, he and Celis opted to focus on larger structures. In the meantime, Van and company branched out, inspecting a wide variety of locations with the help of Theo and Zeros. Eventually... Is it snowing? We're down to our final candidate. That would be Club Barracuda over in the back streets. Yeah, that one's underground. Funny, I didn't pick up on any hidden routes in there yesterday. Hey, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be hidden. Oh, come on, let's get in there and scope the place out. We may want to ensure we're prepared first, now that our search is nearing a close. Good idea. If something does turn up, we could be in there for a while. Actually, it's okay with you guys. Can we go see how the shoot is coming along? Gotti was running off on another one of his wild tangents yesterday evening. So I want to check if things are going smoothly for Nina and the others. A little curious of myself. We did assist with the production in a way. Works for me. Let's swing by for a bit before heading down to the club.
ぱらつき始めたわね、雪。
今日は冷えるね。積もらないといいけど。
僕は相性的に雪が好きですけどね。
まあ、風情があって私も嫌いじゃね。
Like, this is one of the few times in Calvert we ever see it snow that's not in just like a normal cutscene. So it's kind of nice. We do have another 4 SPG, it looks like.
どれどれ
Help, it's been forever since we first seen our friend. Mia said the church will tell you the rest. Look, there's a little more. There's 2? Oh, monster at the Mesodome branch. A monster extermination quest. Looks like it's in the Zecht Arms building, too. The client's initials are DL. Do you think it's... Gotta be Grammy. Heir to the Phantom Thief name, keep distractions in your surroundings to a minimum. Basically, she's telling me I wasn't thorough enough. I see. Guess we can sneak our way back in when we get some free time.
いいわよ。
行こ
しゃあ。
And for the first time, we do have playable Silas and Ria. I actually wonder if we head back to the hotel, will they be accessible right away in the garden? No, they are not. Okay. They obviously will be eventually, but... Can we even change their gear? We can. We can change their stuff, but they're not accessible yet. Okay. All right, well, we'll handle the monster extermination before ending the video. Oh, so I guess we gotta run there on foot. Oh, we can probably see another movie here real quick. Don't want to forget about that. Oh, okay. Say another. Okay. Always good to check, though. That graffiti she drew, seen in daylight, it's like it gives a whole different punch. It's a fair bit more artistic than I usually see. Whoever did this has style, yeah, I like it. So now our first time, well, technically our first time in this arc getting to use Gralsritter members. Obviously, we usually have one once per arc. Obviously, in the Sky games, we had Kevin. In Crossbell, we had Wazi. In Arabonia, we had Gaius. And now we've got Celis and Rion. Or Leon, I guess. His name is Leon in English, right? Yeah, Leon. Yeah, we can still go through. I was gonna say I feel like we're getting kind of close to the end of this part of the first act, but obviously we have these 4 SPGs to handle first, so it's probably gonna be like, I would guess, another video or two after this to actually finish Act 1A. All right, let's do it. Yep, we know how transforming into Grimcat works. Alright, we get to use Celis for the first time. Grand Serpent, Surtur's Judgment, Ogun, Orisha, and Fiamma Midgard. All of her abilities obviously doing burn since she is a fire element Thrall's Ritter.
そこだ逃しはしない出番だラスタージュディスさんキュッ逃がさないわカタル君続いて
ラプラスコード起動
チャンスだ
モンスタ
負けないよオプティカルカノンジュディスさん
Oh wow, that's it? Alright, you giant polar bear thing.
これで解決だね
Revelation.
入金を確認したわ
Alright, cool. Well, we have that handled.
行こうか
Alright, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end things off here. Actually, I want to see something real quick. Any more fishing spots nearby? Okay.
お釣れそうじゃないかええうんおそんじゃ始めるか
Oh, yep, there is a dark fish here.
来た来たまあこんなもんか
Snow crab, nice.
よし
Alright, so we're gonna end things off here. So next time we'll handle that other 4 SPG we have to do before we get started on wrapping up this case here in Messeldom and trying to learn what Almada's legacy is with this Crimson Key. I think it was Crimson Fragment, but Crimson Key. So we will see. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.